Welcome back to my channel. This is Zaahida from liveinspire.co.za. And in this video, I'm going to share with you why it's so difficult to stick to your goals and to achieve them. I'm also going to be sharing the exact strategies that I use with clients to help them to achieve their goals. So stick around, grab a notebook, grab a pen. If achieving goals is something that you struggle with, this is something that you definitely want to pay attention to. So in my coaching practice, I often see clients who are struggling with their goals. They just can't seem to stick to them, they can't seem to achieve them, and they often write themselves off as just being lazy and inconsistent. However, once we delve beneath the surface, I often find that this is really the case. So what are the reasons that some of my clients and you might be failing at your goals? And more importantly, how can we work towards changing this around for you? So this is where you want to grab your notebook and pen. So number one, identify your why. This is the most critical part and the one that is often very overlooked. Why are you choosing the goal that you have chosen? Is it because everyone else is doing it? Is it because your parents think you should do it, your peers are doing it, society is telling you to do it? Why is this goal important for you? Very often we simply adopt other people's versions of what success means without actually getting specific on what our version of success is. So what is your version of success? What are you hoping to achieve by achieving this goal? What is your why? When you're striving for any goal, initially it's exciting, it's something new, but once that novelty wears off, the going gets a little bit difficult. When you say yes to something new in your life, you very often will have to say no to some other things. You might have to give up on some social engagements. You might have to sacrifice some of your time, your energy, your resources for this goal. And if your why is not clear, when the going gets tough, you are not going to be able to see it through because it is not your idea of success. You are living out someone else's dreams and you haven't gotten clear and honest with yourself about why you actually want this in your life. So the most important critical part is to ask yourself, why do I want to achieve this goal? What am I hoping it brings into my life? The second thing that keeps us back from achieving our goals is limiting or self-sabotaging beliefs and mindsets. Now, this is another absolutely critical one. On a conscious level, we may say that we are good enough to achieve, we are deserving of success. However, on a subconscious level, we may have limiting and negative beliefs about ourselves.
We may feel we're not smart enough, we're not talented enough, we're not hardworking enough, etc., etc., etc.
All of these limiting and sabotaging beliefs that keep us from progressing, that sometimes keep us from even trying and pushing ourselves further. So get honest with yourself about what are the limiting beliefs that you're holding on to. A wonderful resource to help you through this process is a book by John KEHOE called Mind Power. This book has wonderful exercises and questions that you can ask yourself, where you do a little bit of journaling and he asks questions that are very probing and get you to do some inner reflection around what kind of life you want to create for yourself, what kind of goals you want to achieve, and what you believe to be true about yourself. Sometimes we're holding on to beliefs and mindsets that we're not even aware of, and when you do this little bit of inner work, you actually get to grips to this. And once you become conscious and aware of these, you can actually release these and let them go. But it's very important to know what your limiting mindsets are, because your mindset is absolutely crucial and it's half your success. You want to make sure that you're aware of the limiting beliefs that you have, and you want to make sure that you are doing something to overcome them. The third reason why people often don't achieve their goals is a surprising one: the fear of success. Now you may think, whoa, no, I really want success, and I'm sure you do. But as I explained earlier, our beliefs and our assumptions about the world can limit us or they can take us further, and very often some of us are actually afraid to step into the limelight. We feel safer playing it small. We feel safer kind of staying in the middle zone, not upsetting the apple cart too much. Now, the fear of failure is very understandable, but the fear of success, it's more common than you think. For many of us, we feel safer playing it small. We don't want to shine too much. We don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves. It can feel uncomfortable to be in the limelight limelight and succeed. We often think, who am I? Who am I to be successful and fulfilled and happy? I'm not good enough to do that. The real question you should be asking yourself is, who are you not to be? Is it really worth limiting yourself and your potential in that way? So get honest and clear with yourself. Are you afraid of success? And if you are, this is something that you may need to let go of. The fourth reason why people often don't achieve their goals, and I just touched on this in the earlier point, is the fear of failure. Everyone is afraid of failure. How do you define failure? If you define your self-worth by how well you do in the situation, how well you achieve the goal, then failure is going to be devastating for you, because when you fail, you're effectively going to say that you failed because there's something fundamentally wrong with you.
Because you're not good enough, because you're not worthy, you're not smart enough, you're not talented enough, you're not hardworking enough.
If you use your progress, if you use the achievement of your goal or the failure of your goal as a definition of your self-worth, it is going to be devastating when you do fail. However, if you simply see failure as a learning curve, if you see failure as feedback on how to do it differently next time, if you see it as a way of teaching you, then failure is going to be much easier to deal with. The fact is that the people who have succeeded amazingly in life have also failed amazingly in life. It is almost impossible to achieve a great level of success without some level of failure. So the sooner you can redefine failure for yourself, the easier it is going to be to achieve your goals and to succeed in the long run. So now that we've identified some of the reasons that people fail at their goals, how do we actually go about achieving them? Well, as I mentioned earlier, step one is to get very clear on the why of your goal. Why do you want to achieve this goal? Maybe you want to engage the help of a coach or a therapist that is going to help you fine-tune this and help you get very, very specific and get some real clarity on why you want to achieve this goal. The second thing that you're going to do to achieve your goal is get very specific on what your goal is. So what is your goal? Is it measurable? How will you know that you've achieved it? Get very specific and clear on that. So say for example, you want to buy a specific car. That's a goal of yours. When will that goal be achieved? Is it when you're driving the car out the parking lot? Is it when you get it into your garage? Is it once you've owned it for a couple of months? When will you know that you've achieved the goal? Get very clear on that and then begin taking small actionable steps towards it. So break it down and go, what do I need to do in the next month, in the next 3 months, in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year in order to achieve this goal? And make sure that you take those small actionable steps every day towards your goal. And when the going gets difficult, it's your first step, your why, that is going to help you push through those difficult times. The third thing that you're going to do, and this is part of the first two, is you're going to actually write down your goals. It seems so simple, however, it's really powerful. Research shows that when we write our goals down, we are far more likely to achieve them than had we not written them down at all. And this also holds you accountable to the goal. The fourth thing that you're going to do also seems very simple, but it is truly effective. You're going to think about achieving your goal every single day. You're going to visualize the outcome. So you may not know your how. You may not know how exactly you're going to achieve your goals. So every single day, every morning, just when you're waking up, and every evening before you go to sleep, this is when your subconscious mind is most open to influence. Every day at these times, I want you to go back to your goal and to imagine what it would feel like once you have achieved the goal. Now, this is really important. I don't want you to do this visualization from a place of, oh, I would love to have it, it would be so nice, I wish I could have this in my life. Imagine that this has already happened. It is already done. I want you to imagine the emotions around it. So create a little movie reel in your head, create a little clip, make it as long as you want. It could be 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever is easiest for you. Think about how you would feel. What are the emotions? Think about the gratitude, think about the joy, think about the fulfillment, think about the sense of accomplishment. Feel the emotions of it happening Feel the emotions around it as though it is happening right now in this moment. If there are other people that you are sharing the goal with, that you're sharing the news with, imagine the looks on their faces, imagine their reactions, imagine them joining you in the celebration of this goal. So make it as real as you possibly can. By doing this, you're actually planting this within your subconscious mind and making it a little bit easier for you to achieve the goal. So this is also something very simple but highly effective. Also important to note that this is not going to work after 1 or 2 days of doing it. You need to do this consistently every single day for at least a few months. Combined with the other steps, it is truly powerful in helping you to achieve your goals. The last tip that I have for you today ties in with what I said earlier. Be aware of your limiting and sabotaging self-beliefs and mindsets. If you're starting out a goal thinking that there's no way that you can achieve it, that you're not capable, that you're not smart enough, you're not talented enough, there's absolutely no way that you're going to achieve it. Henry Ford put it beautifully when he said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right either way. And this sums up how important, how critical your mindset it is. None of the other steps that I mentioned prior to this are going to work if you believe that you can't succeed. Your self-belief is the most important thing. So get very clear on your limiting beliefs, on your sabotaging beliefs, and work on letting these go, on releasing them. And again, this is something that you might want to do with a coach or a therapist, because it is going to help you immensely in the achievement of your goals. Did you find this video helpful? If you did, please hit the like button down below. Remember to subscribe, share it with your friends, and leave me a comment down below. Here on my channel, you will find insights on how to become the best version of yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.